today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Mac Jones and the New England Patriots taking on Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the New England Patriots. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center after 9 seasons as a Raider. Derek Carr is the guy.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Carr going to throw right away. And Thomas has it.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his 3rd season now out of Alabama.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Throwing Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. Just a really crisp, clean effort. Well over 100 yards receiving.
But didn't he feel like he needed a hug when we talked with him this week?
Oh, because he wanted the touchdowns.
He wanted the touchdowns. He was all depressed after that performance. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You were brilliant. He's like, yeah, but I didn't get in the end zone. He must have heard from the fantasy players on that one.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the 31, Jones, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand to Kamara. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
From midfield, here's Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as he'll take this down to the 26. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And the catch made by Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's polished off through the air with a touchdown to Alvin Kamara. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off play action, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The Patriots at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Off the bootleg, Jones. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Off the bootleg, Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to...
Touchdown! Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creative.
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it 21-8. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Open man, the tight end Henry. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Jones. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. It's the fullback as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. so they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin in South Florida. It's not retirees or snowbirds, but it is New Yorkers traveling down to the Sunshine State. The Giants in town to take on Miami. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the second quarter. Van Jefferson, a touchdown reception. From there, we head a little further north up to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. In that one, all even as they play the visiting Texans. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. DeAndre Hopkins, a touchdown reception.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have no extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Taken down by Pete Werner.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Parker. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll find Parker again, complete. And Parker's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry from 13 yards. And the Patriots are an extra point away from taking the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Carl try it again on second down. Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Carr gonna throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now Carr again. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Carr. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun now on third down, Carr. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense. And this is a commentary in today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Second down and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle, he's got Parker. And he's got this down to the 35. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Off play action. Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third. Shotgun now for Carr. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here are the Patriots to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Jones throwing on 4th down. Short pass caught by Henry, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. They hand it off to Mostert, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8. Off the play fake, Jones. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Mostert diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now Ryland for the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Carr to throw on second down. And the ball is knocked out, and the Patriots have it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They'll run with Mostert. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
This is where coaches have to spend a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So time for Carr and the Saints. Down by 15. 2:12 to play. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Throwing on first down is Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Ryland on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. Now Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, they'll throw with Carr. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll run right side with Mostert. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And some room to maneuver. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 148 yards rushing for him now on 25 carries. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Mostert. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Pats, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.